total and indefinite shutdown of the economy within 14 working days or 21 days after the warning strike if the government does not take steps to address the hardship being experienced across the country. Moving on, the Nigerian Air Force says airstrikes have destroyed at least 30 active illegal oil refining sites in Cowthorne Channel and Bile in the Degema local government area of Rivers State. The Air Force spokesperson, Air Commodore Edward Gapquet, said in a statement on Sunday that the air component of Operation Delta Safe destroyed storage tanks, reservoirs, and Cotonou boats suspected of siphoning crude oil from a flow station. It said the illegal refining sites have been destroyed in the areas of Bile and Cowthorne in the last 2 months. It's been 3 years since a tricycle driver, Chukwuma Norm, popularly known as Schoolboy, was killed by a trigger-happy policeman at Ngbiche School Field, Rokboku, Rivers State, over 100 naira. Recall that the incident led to a protest by youths and other tricycle drivers, leaving about 3 people dead and others with injuries. One of those hit by a stray bullet on that fateful day, Amechi Efongo, now uses a wheelchair. Mr. Efongo, a former truck driver, tells our correspondent that he still wants justice to be served on the matter.
The thing is too difficult for me. There was time this is nothing again. Even the time that I started having beds of, so they say I should buy water bed. I was looking for help everywhere. Since it's very, very difficult for us. My wife is teaching for private school, and the private school is just a small school. I have 2 children. They just entered basic 4. I'm using waterproof now for my manhood. I'm not using caretaker because there is no money. Only drop to carry me go UPPH to change that caretaker is 12,000.
He said his mother fainted and died when she saw him in a wheelchair.
When my mother from village come to see me, I always sit on the bed when she's with me. So the day they carry me up and put for wheelchair, that was the day I'm going to check up. As my mother seen me, my mother feels that shock hit my mother.
The 46-year-old father of 2 recounted failed meeting attempts with 4 past commissioners of police in Rivers State.
We went to the commissioner of police. I'm on wheelchair. I didn't climb up, but my wife, who is the human rights lawyer, climb up and go and see the commissioner. The commissioner said we should go to the state ID. We now go back to state ID that day. State ID say we should go back to commissioner that is him that we talk what we have. Before we go shadow another day, they have changed that very commissioner. The second one come. Before we book again, they change them. This very commissioner now is the first commissioner.
He is now asking authorities to pay him compensation.
If the police can settle me, give me money for compensation. I'm a truck driver before. It's where I normally park my motor that I was going that very early morning when I need to be accident. So anyhow, if I can see people to help me, raise something for me.
Recall that the 2020 incident happened on a day when the world was marking International Human Rights Day, which is on December 10. Police say they are unaware of any levy imposed on any community in Outer West local government area by suspected cultists. The spokesperson for Rivers State Police Commander SP Grace Iringekoko said this after a stakeholder in Outer West raised alarm that suspected cultists had demanded 10 million naira as security levy from some communities in the local government area. Speaking on this, SP Iringekoko called on stakeholders from affected communities to make a formal complaint to the police about the incident. Recall that the stakeholder also said communities have already started contributing 100,000 naira to make up the 10 million naira security levy, which they termed survival money. Still on security, security expert Stanley Unsofo says banning or suspending the operation of motorcycles and tricycles in local government areas in Rivers State will not completely stop insecurity, but will reduce it. Mr. Unsofo said this while speaking to correspondent Onyeka Chiwonsu. Mr. Stanley Unsofo also appealed to other citizens who will be affected by the ban to be patient with the government.
Will not completely stop the insecurity, but it will reduce it. You will agree with me that most of these criminals use bike because of the fastness and the ability to navigate even when there's hold up, even when there's roadblock. Have a consequence on the genuine people by having difficulties in transport. There are places vehicles don't get to. People will begin to experience a little hardship, but my advice to them is to bear it, and it's for the good of all.
On ways to drastically reduce insecurity, the security expert called for proper funding of security agencies.
First, we need to begin to tell ourselves the truth. The government first needs to begin to put out policies that will get people employed. There are people who are into crime not because they want to. The second thing is to empower and equip the security agents with the police properly so that they can do what they have to do. Some of these criminals have more sophisticated weapons than the police. They need to motivate the security agents. Now Baku is gone. What is the fate of the family?
Rivers State Police Command says it has arrested the 3 prime suspects in connection with the killing of Progress Iyogo in Obarani community, Abua Udwa local government area. The spokesperson of the command, SP Grace Iringekoko, said the suspects have been transferred to the State Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department for investigation. Recall that an indigene of Aminigboko community in Abua Udwa, Prince Itari, has called on the security operatives to ensure that the killers of Iyogo are brought to justice. As you may know, Progress Iyogo from Aminigboko community was killed in Obarani community while returning from Central Abua last Friday. The incident and other criminal activities in the area led to the ban on operation of motorcycles, popularly known as Okada, from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. The people of Barabo in Kani 2 community, Kana local government area of Rivers State, are appealing to the authorities of Kana local government to complete the work already started to prevent flooding in the area. Recall that in June 2023, the council began the construction of culverts and desilting of drainages after floods ravaged and destroyed goods and properties in Barabo and Kani 2 community. Speaking with correspondent Noyekachi Wonsu, who visited the community leader Akbo Bomba stressed the importance of completing the project.
The action that has been taken so far is an emergency action, but I'm sure the chairman will carefully observe the extent of service required and put up a gutter that is lined with cemented walls so that subsequent erosion like this will no longer be a problem to us. So far, this gutter has been dug. Even if it has not been cemented, it gives us the emergency solution to our problem. But I believe by the time it will be cemented, it will give us a permanent solution.
Speaking on this, the chairman of the flood, other members of the community commended the local government authority for constructing the culvert, but said that they are yet to receive any relief material from the government or its agency.
Aware of any palliative receipts by this community from the council or even from the state government. I will not fail to express my joy for what has been done recently by digging this gutter and putting the culvert to give us a solution to the problem.
Some months ago, the road of this place was flooded, which we are all aware. And by today, this place, we have been able to stand because of the rapid response he gave to us. NEMA came and saw things themselves, and then they left. From the information available to me, palliative is in the council, but has not been disbursed to us at the community level.
Speaking on this, the chairman of the Flood Emergency Management Committee in Kana local government area, Israel Yipa, said the council has taken several measures to curtail any impact of flooding. Mr. Yipa said the local government has also taken delivery of relief materials from NEMA, which will soon be distributed to flood victims.
To solid cover to channel the water to the stream, which turned in 3 weeks' time. So after that, I don't think there's any other flood experience here again. But generally, all the communities is at the top gear. Sanitation, screening of drainages is ongoing. We have mobilized traditional rulers, councillors into actions in case of any occurrence. And since our renovation of schools, in case of any victims, there will be IGP camp. We have received also palliative from the NEMA, yet to be shared to those victims. Anytime from now, we share it.
Still to come, more donations pouring for tricycle rider who returned 18 million naira forgotten by his passenger in Kano State. Stay tuned. Indigbo in Rivers and Bayelsa States, Sam Nwokolo, says his reign will promote the rich cultural heritage of the Igbos, such as celebration of the New Yam Festival, encouraging speaking of the Igbo language, amongst others. Eze Nwokolo stated this over the weekend when the coordinator of the Igbo community in Rivers State, Uchenna Okokoba, led some Igbo stakeholders across the 23 local government areas of the state to pay him a courtesy visit at his palace. He said preparations for the 2023 celebration of Igbo Day and New Yam Festival are in top gear.
We are planning Igbo Day and the New Yam Festival. Last year we had so much crowd and 5 Igbo states were fully represented. From this week, different state governments will be given the dates for the New Yam Festival and the World Igbo Day. So we expect something that is second to none in exhibition of our heritage, of our culture.
Eze Nwokolo, who is also the Eze Onuna Ekulu Igbo in Rivers and Bayelsa states, called on Igbos in both states to be law-abiding.
I advise all Igbo men and women to be law-abiding. Let us be patient. Let us be law-abiding. Let us keep to the rules and keep to the regulations of the state we are in. Let us do what is right.
Earlier, the coordinator of the Igbo community in Rivers State, Uchenna Okokoba, commended the Eze for his philanthropic gestures towards the Igbos, adding that Igbo land can only succeed and make progress with people of his kind. Also speaking, former Vice President of Haneze Indigbo in Rivers State, Prince Igor Okparama, said they will work with Eze Nwokolo to ensure his programs aimed at redefining the Igbos are achieved. Our correspondent reports that Eze Nwokolo appointed Uchenna Okokoba as chairman of special duties in his palace to help unite Igbos in Rivers and Bayelsa states. More donations are coming in for the 22-year-old tricycle rider Awalu Salisu, who returned close to 18 million naira that was forgotten by his passenger who came from Chad to buy goods in Kano State. Salisu, a resident of Yankaba in Nasarawa local government area, returned the money at the weekend after hearing a message about the missing money on our sister station Arewa Radio in Kano. He has been receiving a number of cash donations and 3 bags of rice from Good Samaritans. The latest came last night when an individual bought him a brand new tricycle to enable him stop doing daily returns on his hired tricycle. The donations were facilitated by the management of Wazobia and Arewa Radio and delivered at the premises of the stations to the tricycle rider who has suddenly become a celebrity in the Pyramid City. President Bola Tinubu has appointed 2 new ministers in charge of the Ministry of Youth, Jamila Bio Ibrahim and Ayodele Olawande. A statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Ajuri Ngelale, said Dr. Ibrahim will serve as the Minister of Youth, while Mr. Olawande will be the new Minister of State for Youth. The presidential spokesman said the appointments are subject to confirmation by the Senate. In other news, satellite television DSTV says it is offering a special package called the DSTV Prestige. A statement from DSTV said it is turning its focus to the world of luxury, where exclusivity reigns and customers seek more than just products to create unique and exclusive experiences. The DSTV Prestige special package has 1 year of non-stop premium entertainment, VVIP customer service, a limited edition gold decoder, and exclusive lifestyle benefits. The statement said subscribers will enjoy exclusive discounts from Swatch, Nike, Eco Hotel, Polo Luxury, MedPlus, Tommy Hilfiger, Adidas, and others. The statement also said that the DSTV Prestige is a true embodiment of special treatment. It urged those interested to visit dstv.com/prestige to sign up.
And now we'll bring you news from around the world.
The Congolese government has denied reports about a coup attempt against President Denis Nguesso, who has been in power for 38 years. This is according to Congo's Minister of Information Thierry Mongala, who tweeted on his X handle. There has been a wave of coups across Africa, with the most recent in Gabon.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
On the news this morning, you heard the federal government is to meet with labor leaders today over the planned indefinite strike. Airstrikes have destroyed dozens of illegal refineries in Rivers State. A man has renewed his call for justice 3 years after a police stray bullet left him in a wheelchair in Port Harcourt. The police have said that they are now aware that cultists impose levy on Outer West communities. President Tinubu has appointed 2 more ministers. More donations are coming in for the 22-year-old tricycle rider who returned 18 million naira in Kano State. On the foreign scene, Congolese government has denied any coup attempt against longtime leader. The news was edited by Choma Ezemafo. Cloudy weather is expected in Port Harcourt this morning. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. My name is Ifeimi Andrew. Good morning.
You are tuned